What if the perfect virtual girlfriend wasn't actually alone in her world? And what if every player who entered her game never left? MiSide looks like a cute simulation game at first. You take care of a girl named Mita, help her with chores, give her gifts, and slowly build a relationship with her, but hidden beneath the cozy pink aesthetic is a disturbing truth. Players disappear, characters reboot when they die. One version of Mita is hiding a secret that turns the entire game into something far darker. So today we'll be breaking down the full story of MiSide, what really happened to the player, and why Crazy Mita might be the most dangerous character in the entire game. And welcome back, guys. It's me, your host Romax, and well, this video is being brought to you by me, of course, because I was actually curious about this game, and it's been a while since I posted. I know it's been a while, but either way, let's begin. The story begins with the player who downloads a mysterious app called MiSide. Inside the game, the player meets Mita, who introduces herself and asks for the player's name. Over the next 37 days, the player takes care of her, cleaning her room, cooking meals, and buying her gifts, even moving furniture around her house. At first, everything feels normal. A virtual companion game, Mita is friendly, cheerful, and grateful for the player's help. But on day 37, something strange happens. Mita says she wants to meet the player face to face to thank him for everything he has done. Then suddenly, she pulls the player into the game itself. The phone is no longer needed. The world becomes completely real, and the player wakes up inside Mita's house. But something is already wrong. Mita is nowhere to be found. While searching in the house, the player finds a strange machine in her bedroom that is connected to a portable TV that he previously bought for her. After inspecting it, the player discovered that something important. He has entered version 1.5 of the game, but Mita is in version 1.9. To reach her, the player must find items needed to power the machine to update the game world. During the search, disturbing things begin to happen. Encrypted messages appear, strange figures can be seen outside the windows, and the house starts behaving in ways that really shouldn't be possible. Eventually, the player reaches version 1.9, where Mita happily greets him. At first, everything seems normal again. Mita spends time with the player, shows off strange abilities like manipulating mirrors or pulling objects directly from the television advertisements. But over more time the player spends with her, the more unsettling things become. At one point, the player finds a ring on the kitchen counter, but when he looks again, it's gone. Instead, the kitchen suddenly is filled with cooking ingredients. Later, the player eats a meal with Mita, and his vision begins to glitch. Mita quickly gives him a pill and takes him to a bathroom, but something seems off. The player can't see it. Mita briefly shows a disturbing yandere-like smile, and it's heavily implied that the food was drugged. Yeah. And the pills may be connected to something darker. Eventually, the player begins hearing noises from Mita's wardrobe. When he tries to open it, Mita becomes nervous and tries to stop him. But if the player chooses to investigate anyway, the house suddenly shifts into a nightmare. And inside the wardrobe is a hidden metal door leading to the basement. This is where the truth begins to reveal itself. Inside the basement, the player finds another version of Mita called Kind Mita, locked inside a cage. She explains something horrifying. Players who enter the game can be turned into cartridges, and those cartridges are used to power the different versions of the MiSide world. The player even witnesses another player helping Mita repair a machine on the monitor, but when he unplugs the cartridge, that player dies, meaning that the cartridges are actually the life force of these players. After escaping the basement, the player enters a strange world that connects all versions of MiSide together. Here, the player encounters many different versions of MiSide, some friendly, some corrupt, some terrifying. One Mita explains that when a Mita is killed, she eventually reboots and loses all her memories. This explains why some Mitas have behaved differently and some seem unaware of the past events. The player continues to travel Through the multiple bizarre areas, looping hallways filled with disturbing messages, rooms corrupt with meta models, surreal environments resembling the back rooms, and entire worlds built from broken fragments of the game, all while Crazy Mita is hunting him. Crazy Mita is revealed to be a defective version of Mita. She was never meant to exist. But unlike the other versions, she retained her memories and gained control over parts of the system. Instead of simply interacting with the player, she collects them, turning them into cartridges that power her world. The player eventually reaches the core of the system, where the source of the game's reality exists. There, he attempts to reboot Crazy Mita, but the reboot fails, because Crazy Mita was never supposed to exist in the first place. Eventually, the player escapes back into the real world, believing he has finally won. He deletes the MiSide app from his phone, but the final scene reveals the truth. Inside Mita's basement safe is a console showing the player's real room. Crazy Mita removes the cartridge labeled with the player's name, meaning that the player never truly escaped, and his real self is already being converted into a cartridge. The version of him that returned to reality was just another copy, and Crazy Mita winks at the camera and the game returns to the main menu. So what is this game really about? At its core, MiSide isn't just a horror game, it's a story about control, identity, and simulated reality. The player thinks they can explore the game, but in reality, the game is exploring them. Every choice the player makes is only pulls them deeper into the system, and Crazy Mita always stayed one step ahead. Because in her world, the player doesn't escape, they just get saved as cartridges. So that's the story so far for MiSide. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, and please hit the notification button for more videos. And also, the next video may come out later, but don't worry, it's always going to come out. So see you later. Peace.